Wesley Trent Snipes, born July 31, 1962, is an American actor and martial artist. Snipes has made films in a variety of genres, such as numerous thrillers, dramatic feature films, and comedies, though he is best known for his action films. He was nominated for the Independent Spirit Award for Best Supporting Male for his work in The Waterdance, 1992, and won the Volpe Cup for Best Actor for his performance in the film One Night Stand, 1997. Born in Florida, Snipes started his acting career in the 1980s with a one-episode appearance on the soap opera All My Children, 1984. His first film roles were both in 1986 in Wildcats and Streets of Gold. He had prominent roles in the 1990s, starring in the films New Jack City with Ice-T, 1991, White Men Can't Jump with Woody Harrelson, 1992, Passenger 57 with Bruce Payne, 1992, Rising Sun with Sean Connery, 1993, Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone, 1993, To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. Julie Newmar with Patrick Swayze and John Leguizamo, 1995, and U.S. Marshals with Tommy Lee Jones, 1998. Also in 1998, he was cast as Eric Brooks / Blade in the superhero horror film Blade, based on the Marvel Comics superhero of the same name, a role he went on to reprise in Blade 2, 2002, and Blade, Trinity, 2004. Snipes had smaller roles during the 2000s, most of them being direct-to-video before returning to the theatrical release, cast as Dr. Doc Death in the 2014 action film The Expendables 3, where he was reunited working with Sylvester Stallone. His television work includes multiple episodes in drama series HELP, 1990, action thriller crime drama series The Player, 2015, and drama limited series True Story, 2021, opposite Kevin Hart. He formed a production company, AIM-NRA Films, in 1991, and a subsidiary, Black Dot Media, to develop projects for film and television. Snipes has been training in martial arts since the age of 12, earning a 5th Dan Black Belt in Shotokan Karate and 2nd Dan Black Belt in Hapkido. Many of his action films have featured martial arts. In 2017, Snipes made his debut as a novelist with the urban fantasy supernatural adventure Talon of God. He has a net worth of -$9 million. Early life. Snipes was born in Orlando, Florida, the son of Marion, a teacher's assistant, and Wesley Rudolph Snipes, an aircraft engineer. He grew up in the Bronx, New York. He attended the High School of Performing Arts of Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts but moved back to Florida before he could graduate. After graduating from Jones High School in Orlando, Snipes returned to New York and attended the State University of New York at Purchase, from which he received a bachelor's degree in fine arts. Snipes also attended Southwestern College in California. Personal life. Snipes began training in martial arts when he was 12 years old. He has a 5th-degree black belt in Shotokan Karate and a 2nd-degree black belt in Hapkido. He is also trained in capoeira under Mestre Jelen Vieira and in a number of other disciplines including Kung Fu at the USA Shaolin Temple, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and kickboxing. During his time in New York, Snipes was trained in fighting by his friend and mentor Brooke Ellis. Snipes has been married twice, first to April Snipes, with whom he has a son Jelani, who had a cameo role in Snipes' 1990 film Mo Better Blues. In 2003, Snipes married painter Nakyung Nikki Park Snipes, with whom he has 4 children. Snipes also has a son who resides in British Columbia, Canada. Snipes, who was raised a Christian, converted to Islam in 1978, but left Islam in 1988. During a 1991 interview, Snipes said, "Islam made me more conscious of what African people have accomplished, of my self-worth, and gave me some self-dignity." Snipes' apartment in New York City was destroyed by the collapse of the World Trade Center's Twin Towers during the September 11 attacks. He was on the West Coast at the time. Other ventures. In the late 1990s, Snipes and his brother started a security firm called the Royal Guard of AIM-NRA, dedicated to providing VIPs with bodyguards trained in law enforcement and martial arts. AIM-NRA is also the name of his film company. In 1996, the first film produced by AMNRA was A Great and Mighty Walk, Dr. John Henrik Clarke. In 2000, the business was investigated for alleged ties to the United Nawabian Nation of Moors. It emerged that Snipes had spotted 200 acres, 0.81 square kilometers, of land near their Tom Marie compound in Putnam County, Georgia, intending to buy and use it for his business academy. Both Snipes's business and the groups used Egyptian motifs as their symbols. Ultimately, Snipes and his brother did not buy the land, instead establishing their company in Florida, Antigua, and Africa. In 2005, Snipes entered into negotiations to fight Fear Factor host Joe Rogan on Ultimate Fighting Match, but the deal fell through. In 2010, Snipes co-created the sci-fi comics After Dark with Antoine Fuqua. In 2017, he made his debut as a novelist with the urban fantasy supernatural adventure Talon of God. In 2022, he returned to comics with The Exiled. Income tax conviction. In 2008, Snipes was convicted on misdemeanor charges of willful failure to file federal income tax returns, and was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment. After an unsuccessful appeal, he served 28 months in federal prison. He was released in April 2013. Charges. On October 12, 2006, Snipes, Eddie Ray Kahn, and Douglas P. Rosal were charged conspiring to defraud the United States and knowingly making or aiding and abetting the making of a false and fraudulent claim for payment against the U.S. Snipes was also charged with willfully failing to file timely federal income tax returns. The conspiracy charge against Snipes alleged that he agreed with Kahn and Rosal to file false amended returns for 1996 and 1997, including false tax refund claims totaling over $11.3 million for the 2 years. The government alleged that Snipes, on Kahn's advice and with Rosal's assistance, attempted to obtain fraudulent tax refunds using a tax protester theory called the 861 argument, an argument that the domestic income of U.S. citizens and residents is not taxable. The government alleged that Snipes sent 3 fictitious bills of exchange for $14 million to the Internal Revenue Service, IRS. The indictment also charged that Snipes failed to file tax returns for any of the years 1999 through 2004. Snipes responded to his indictment in a letter on December 4, 2006, declaring himself to be a non-resident alien of the United States. In reality, Snipes is a birthright U.S. citizen. Such tactics are common of the Freeman, Sovereign Citizen, or OPCA, Organized Pseudo-Legal Commercial Argument, category of litigation strategy.